Hi, it's Christopher Watkin here with Nicky Stevenson, MD of Fine and Country. Nicky, why do you think there was only 3 females in the top 35 most influencers list by Simon Bradbury in the property industry? Talk to me.
Interesting question, Chris. Why was there only 3
I mean, you were in
female
it.
leaders? I was in it. I'm very grateful.
Okay.
Yes, it's nice to be recognised.
Okay.
So
And
thank you,
Sally
Simon,
Lawson.
Sally Dawson, and Katrine.
Yes.
I think it is a really interesting question. I think
The simple fact is that there's not many senior females in the industry. I mean, you are an exception to the rule, and the fact is that you are running a very large organisation, Fine and Country, well deserved, by the way.
thank you.
But what is the issue? Where do you think the issue is? Is it females not pushing themselves? Is it bosses holding them back? Is it glass ceiling? From a point of view as a female, what are your opinions?
I think I can't talk for the whole of the industry, but I can talk about my experience. And my experience is that I personally do not feel that I have been held back as a female. I feel like I have probably pushed myself to take opportunities. As I say, I haven't felt that I have been held back or not given opportunities to excel. So perhaps I'm fortunate that the companies I've been in have treated everybody fairly. So from my perspective, I don't see that I've been treated unfairly, or haven't witnessed that myself in terms of being held back. So I can't say that in the industry there is that, but clearly there is an issue when there are only 3 women that have been noted in that top 35 of influencers list. So
if you think about it, the vast majority of people in the industry, most negotiators tend to be females, which is I hate the cannon fodder. I hate to say that, but it is of a state agency.
I think perhaps biology means that women do have to have children. We can't pass that on to our male partners. So there is a time in life that you do have to take a step back from your career. So I think that obviously has an impact in life and in all sectors. But perhaps there is an element of confidence. I think women grow up, and it's very much when your brother is doing something that perhaps could cause them harm. It's like, come on, you're a man, get on with it. You can do this. But when you're a girl, it's like, oh, be careful. You can.
Because
We are.
You get a job. Let's just say you're a damn good branch manager, and a job description comes through for an area manager, say, and there's like 10 bullet points. If a man's got 6 of them, he'll say, "Oh, well, wing it, and don't worry about the other 4." Whilst a female might see, got 9 of them, but hasn't got the 10, and might just hold themselves back. Do you think it could be that? And again, I know you can't talk for all females in the estate agency industry, but do you think there could be a certain element of that?
Potentially. I think potentially women are less egotistical, less confident.
Yet, again, I'm making a sweeping statement here. Your EQ skills, your emotional skills are so much better than men. I'm making sweeping statements here, but it is simply true. I mean, if you don't mind me saying, I've been managed by quite a few people, and my best bosses have always been female.
Okay, that's good.
Because you knew where you stood. They said it to the point. There was no grudges or they said what you had to say and move on. Again, what advice would you give to females who don't think they're potentially good enough to make the move? What would you say to them? I mean, if you don't mind me saying, you've gone up through the ranks and now you're running a huge organisation. What skills, what have you told yourself to get over those fears and frustrations?
I think I'm very conscious of my unconscious mind, and I think everybody has, it's going to sound crazy, I'm sure, but those voices in your head, and it's that imposter syndrome of, oh gosh, I couldn't do that, I'm not capable of that. And I think I've worked hard on being conscious of that subconsciousness, and all we have in life is language, and it starts with what goes on in our head and how we communicate with ourselves impacts how we act, and that impacts how we communicate. And so it all has to start internally. So being conscious of when you're not giving yourself credit, when you are holding yourself back, because it's nonsense. You know, you just have to get rid of that voice that holds you back.
And how have you done that?
Being aware of it.
So self-awareness of the issue to start with.
Yeah. And when you are talking negative or thinking, oh, I don't think I'm capable of this, really. Being aware that that's how you're talking to yourself and thinking, no, hang on, I am capable of this. What am I talking about? I've been in the industry 17 years. I've done this. I am capable of this. I'm not going to hold myself down, keep myself down. I'm going to go for it, and just remind yourself and have things that remind you of moments when you are at your best. So for me, sometimes if I'm thinking, you know, negatively, I have moments in my life which are key moments where I've been at my best. So maybe being on stage or after you've agreed a deal, whatever those things are, and bringing that to front of mind to remind you to think of that positive moment, that pure moment of you've achieved, you're confident, and bringing that to the front of mind rather than the negative, push the negative out. And it's, you know, it's NLP for those that are watching and wondering if they want to look into it in more detail. It's neuro-linguistic programming, and it's something that I have done quite a lot of. So
really, any females watching this, you have to take personal responsibility and learn to deal with that demon in your head to say that you're good enough. Because let's be honest, when, you know, my missus, when she puts her mind to it, she's amazing. And use the skills that God gave you with your remote EQ skills. You talk to yourself and drive yourself forward and teach these men that you know what you mean business. Is that about right? Yeah,
and it's not to say that every female has that, because there's so many confident women out there.
But almost, there's some people that are almost too confident and come across, try to be more of a man in a man's world. Be more feminine. You know, use your womanly skills. Use your EQ skills to get. Well, let's be honest. Get what you want in life. And get for your team.
And I think I've always been passionate about learning. So always learning, always wanting to grow as an individual. I think always learning, reading books, going to conferences, seminars, etc.
Final question: what's the future for Nicky Stevenson?
What's the future for Nicky Stevenson? Well, I'm only 8 months into my Fine and Country journey, so I've got a lot that I'd like to achieve here at Fine and Country. That's going to keep me busy for the next few years, definitely. After that, I mean, the world's my oyster, really, I think. Fine and Country is owned by eProp. eProp is a very innovative company, so I see myself here for the duration.
Thank you for your time today, and thank you for watching. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.